So the woman in John 4, she's had 5 husbands. And now she has an encounter with God. And she's with someone else now. And like that's when God says, okay, it's time for your appointment. As much like most of our stories. And I really love John 4 when it talks about this woman, because in every area of our lives, in all of our testimonies, there was something that we believed that was going to fulfill us, and we soon found out that it did not do just that. You know, we continued to do what we wanted, continuing to go to the well over and over and over and over again. But you're searching, you're searching. You're still searching. And so we spend most of our lives looking for fulfillment in people, talents, because people are gifted in areas, and they believe that, the fact that I have this ability, that's all that I need, that's going to take me to the top, and once I'm at the top, then I'm not going to need anyone or anything, just to get to the top and to find out that you're still not fulfilled. And so then that has to tell you that it has to come from something outside of you. It has to come from something outside of you. It's nothing that you can physically produce, but it's something that God does. It's who God is. Like, fulfillment is who God is. At this point, she comes to this well, and Jesus tells her, well, give me to drink. And she says, oh no, well, I'm a Samaritan woman. The Jews and the Samaritans, they don't engage each other. They definitely don't ask each other for water. So we see even in that there is a separation, just like me, you, and God himself. We know that Jesus Christ came and died and rose again so that we can have access. And so there's a separation. There's a separation. You're a Samaritan. You're not a Jew. So that's the barrier between us now. The Samaritans did things that the Jews did not do. The Samaritans did not agree with things that the Jews agreed with. And so therefore they were in sin. Not as if the Jews did not do things as well, but the Samaritans did other things. So our sin is a barrier to our access to God. And so I think even in this, like, he's just showing us, like, you're that. You're that. You're not even, you're that. And I'm asking you for water. I'm asking you for water. Why are you asking this sinner for water? Because I'm not really asking you for water. I'm asking you for water. But I'm asking you for your water so that I can give you mine. I'm asking you to trade. So it says in verse 9, it says, Then says the woman of Samaria unto him, How is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Jesus answered and said unto her, If thou knewest the gift of God, and who it is that says to you, Give me to drink, you would have asked of him, and he would have given you living water. The woman says unto him, Sir, you have nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? Because I've been doing things this way. I've been doing things this way my entire life. And you're trying to tell me that there's another way that I can get access to this? Oh, but I thought the only way that I can get access to this is by sleeping with, this person, that person, going from relationship to relationship, losing more and more of myself, yet thinking that the next person is going to be, that I'm going to be just all cleaned up and ready for the next person. where is this living water? Because I didn't know that was for me. Yeah, when it comes to redemption, it is God saying, oh no, that is for you. It is for you. It can be for you. It can be for you. I know you didn't know this was here, but this is here. Sin wants for you to believe that these walls, these barriers, that you have to stay where you are, that you have to be a slave. Faith comes in, grace comes in, power comes in, truth comes in, and it says, this doesn't have to be the narrative. This doesn't have to be this story. I know that that's all you can see, but that's not how this has to end. It's not how this has to end. You can make a different. You can make a different decision. You can choose to submit to God. Also, yeah. So there's another. So there's water. So there's something called living water. Yeah, there's something called living water. So you can put that bucket down. Put that bucket down. You don't have to keep coming here for that. You don't need that. You know. So it says in 12, art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well and drink thereof himself and his children and his cattle? Jesus answered and said unto her, whosoever drinks of this water will thirst again. Yeah, because there's only so many likes that I can get on Instagram. There's only so much affirmation that I can get from people. There's only so much drugs that I can do before I feel empty again, because it only provides temporary satisfaction, because nothing on this earth is designed to fulfill you. Whosoever drinks of that water, you're gonna thirst again. That's why you keep coming here to this well, because you're thirsty. You're thirsty. You're thirsty. You're thirsty. You're looking for something. You're searching for something. You're thirsty, and you keep coming to this well to get this water, and then you end up back thirsty again. So I'm trying to get for you to understand, get for us to understand that no, I can have a spring of water always here, always. I don't have to travel on this road of sin to come to this well to get this water. No, I can have access to living water. 14, but whosoever drinks of the water that I will give him shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. The woman said unto him, Sir, give me this water that I thirst not, neither come here to draw. I don't want to keep drawing. I don't want to keep coming to this well. I don't want to keep doing these drugs. I don't want to keep watching this porn. I don't want to keep doing that. I need access to what you have, because what you have, it fills me. It fills the voids. It fills the areas. And so now I don't go back to E. I'm not going back to E. I don't go back to 0%. I don't go back to bottom barrel. I don't go back to that with what you have. With what you have, I'm always filled. I don't have to come back. I don't have to come back. Yeah, the devil is a pimp, and he wants you to go out. He wants you to live this way, live provocatively, do what he tells you to do. He wants you to come back, and give him everything. Yeah. You have to keep coming back to him, over and over and over and over again. And he promises you freedom. Promises you freedom. Promises you. He makes you feel as if serving him is the right thing to do. That if you don't do this, then you're gonna fail. So I don't want to. So give me access. So Jesus, give me access to this water, so I don't have to keep coming back here to draw from the wells of sin and unbelief. Jesus said unto her, Go call your husband and come here. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Jesus said unto her, You have well said, I have no husband. For you have had 5 husbands, and he whom you now have, is not your husband. And that you said truly. Say, well, what does that have to do with anything? The fact that, what does that have to do with anything? He's helping her to understand who she is and what he's about to bring her from. Let's not forget what you have back at home. Let's not forget who you're known as at home. Let's not forget about that. It's not supposed to damn you. It's not going to damn you. but let's bring it back up so that I can rescue you from it. You know, I don't want to just give you access to this water without you understanding just why you need this water. So let's take a second. Go call your husband. Well, I don't have a husband. In order for us to be redeemed, you know, there is what we are redeemed from. We're redeemed from the hand of the enemy. Restored from dead works, so we don't have to walk that way anymore. So with the different people throughout the Word of God, they all had their own situations. And one of the things I thought about yesterday was, you know, with their, like, they all had their own situations. We, me, you know, we all have our own testimonies and our own things that we faced. And if we would have looked at ourselves and, you know, we're just so stuck on who we were in sin, then we would not have access that which we had access to. We would not have positioned ourselves for the restoration that is in Jesus Christ. So so where's your husband? Yeah, so we're gonna go through that, and then after that, he says to her, the woman said unto him, Sir, I perceive that you are a prophet. Our fathers worshipped in this mountain, and you say that in Jerusalem is a place where men ought to worship. Jesus said unto her, Woman, believe me, that the hour comes when you shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. You worship you know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. There's still that separation. But the hour comes, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeks such to worship him. So now it's not this separate thing anymore. Salvation is of the Jews. But the hour comes, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeks such to worship him. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Well, why are you telling me this if I'm just a Samaritan woman and I don't have access to it? I'm telling you it because you have access to it. You have access to it. I'm telling you this because you don't have to stay here. You don't have to stay in this condition. But this is how you access me. If you don't want to stay where you are, this is how you access me. The hour is coming, and now is, where the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. The woman says to him, I know that the Messiah comes, which is called Christ. And when he is come, he'll tell us all things. And Jesus said unto her, I that speak with you right now am he. And it says, and upon this came his disciples and marveled that he talked with the woman. Yet no man said, What seekest thou? Or why talkest thou with her? The woman then left her water pot and went her way into the city and says to the men, Come see a man which told me all things that I've ever done. She left her water pot. She left her water pot. She left the very thing. She came to this well so that she can fill that water pot, so that she can go home. And then after that, she was going to come back with that same water pot. And she was going to go home. And then after that, she was going to come back with that same water pot. She left it there because she was filled. She was filled. She was filled. That's the story of redemption. That's the story of redemption. Oh no, I'm leaving that water pot here. I'm leaving those drugs here. I'm leaving that party life here. I'm leaving that suicide here. I'm leaving it all here. I'm leaving it all here. And I'm gonna go into the city. And when she came to the city, she told them everything. Now she's an evangelist. Yeah. Absolutely. 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 That is each and every one of our testimonies. And if it's not your testimony, it can be.